happen right now. Wow, guess what? We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the A to Z program. Yours truly, Eric Zant. And tonight we have a very, very special guest, a wonderful woman. This week we're doing tributes to nurses because these men and women go above and beyond, and it's just unreal the job that they're doing right now, and really we need to be grateful for how many of them there are or how few and what they're doing. And tonight you get the pleasure of hearing from one of the most fantastic nurses you're ever going to meet in your entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Rebecca Dicob.
Yes.
Rebecca Dicob, RN. Everybody, round of applause, please. You over there. I don't see you clapping. Rebecca, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
This is great. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. Excellent. So, you're a registered nurse, right? Correct? RN?
Yes.
What, a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people just assume that a nurse is a nurse. That's incorrect. Am I right?
Oh,
Like there's registered.
breaking up a little bit.
Breaking up? You're breaking up? Yep, you are breaking up a little bit. We'll get you back. This is casual. While we wait, I'll take another slug of coffee. But
Eric, there might be something wrong with the connection.
Oh, there you are. You're coming back. You're coming slow. There's Rebecca. There's kind of Rebecca. We are experiencing technical difficulties, but we will be back on shortly. So, while Rebecca straightens that out, I will announce that this coming week, I'm not only going to have Rebecca on, but I'm going to have two more nurses coming on, and we're going to have a special show Saturday. So everybody tune into that. It's going to be pretty great. And yeah, man, nurses are something, it's sometimes, I hesitate to say like, a thankless job because these people, they're the ones you meet as soon as you get in there. I mean, they check you in, they check you over, they make you comfortable, they get you your medicine. And, especially during this past year, these nurses have been really gone way above and beyond the call of duty. I mean, this is something I'm sure that they tell you to expect, but it's something that, I don't think that any of them ever think they're going to see in their lifetime. So, this is really cool. So while we wait for Rebecca, you're going to try to get a hold of her again. So this is sometimes the things, and everybody who's watched our show knows that we sometimes things happen, so it's cool. It's really cool. You can sit and listen to me jibber jabber for a little bit, and everything was going good, and we will have Rebecca back here shortly. So what's everybody else doing? How's everybody else doing tonight? Let's see what we got going on here in the comments. Please stand by for your regular programming. Yes, the regular programming will be coming back soon, George. I promise you, you're not going to have to put up with my ugly face all night long. And there's the boss. Everybody want to say hello to the boss. Steve Faraci's in the house. Steve, cheers. So, while we got this opportunity, don't forget to tune into Pop Culture Pros to the Put It in the Book show. Don't forget to watch the We Stomped You Out show. That's the Giant show that rivals my Eagles show. And I don't have an Eagles show. They pick on my Eagles a lot. So anyhow, we also have the Just Too Sweet show coming tomorrow night. And that's going to be great. And it's always great because me and Tim and Dave and Bert, I mean, those are your four favorite people that you ever want to see in your life. So that is what. Oh, and look at this. We got a special guest, Mr. Faraci. How you doing, boss?
Gotta bring me on.
Yeah, you are here.
Oh, I'm on. Hey,
You're on. How you doing?
Listen. Yeah, it happens. This is our thing.
This is our MO. This is kind of what happens in pop culture pros. We we have connection. Timmy always drops in and out, but thanks, boss, for coming on and joining us.
Yeah, I figure, you know what? As you wait for your guest to come back, we could shoot the shit a little bit.
Yeah. And we'll make her comfortable because she's probably like, oh no, but this is absolutely fine. We'll tell, this is, this is how, if anybody's ever watched the Just Too Sweet show, they know that we all pop in and out, especially, I mean, I'm not pointing fingers here, Tim, but especially Tim. Tim he really doesn't have a choice, so I don't think he likes it.
He doesn't like it at all.
He doesn't like it at all, but yeah, he gets really pissed off. But you ever notice that kind of creates almost creates a better vibe for the show, because when Timmy gets pissed off, it's easy to poke at him.
Right.
So I like to do that. But Steve, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Anytime there's a weekend or a weekend with a holiday, it throws everything off, right? So all day I've been thinking it's Sunday.
Yeah,
all day.
Nice.
But the only thing I was missing was football. I'm like, what's going on right now? I watched football 2 days in a row, and now there's no football.
No, there's no
football. I'm still off.
So yeah, today an observance. Let's observe a great man who's named for today, Martin Luther King. Yeah. That's really important. Really important day, and I'm kind of glad that a lot of people are making. I've seen a lot of really cool Facebook posts, a lot of cool quotes, and it's important to remember his message. It was not just peaceful, very very filled with wisdom, and he could, I kind of feel, Steve, it's probably you do too, that we should have paid attention a little more as a society to a lot of the things that he preached about,
especially you guys that were alive back then. But no, his sorry, I had to.
You had to.
His message is obviously one of one that we should have all take heed on. Unfortunately, not everybody does.
No.
But, we're hate to say we're taking steps towards it, because we've been for decades and upon decades
for a long time.
We're just not there yet. But
I have faith.
Yes,
I have faith.
So there's good people out there.
Oh, the good people outnumber the bad, I think.
Yeah.
1,000,000 to 1, and
it doesn't always feel that way, but I do believe that's true.
I do too, and let's just place our faith in the good people of this world, man, and hope that there's someone who can bring. I mean, each one of us individually can kind of bring that message that he put forth, but it's nice to see that's echoed and it's influenced a lot of people. So let's hope that people continue to recognize that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Timmy's like, what's going on right now?
Timmy's like, what's going on right now?
He's not a nurse.
He's not. That's not nurse Steve.
Timmy says, did he clinch? So we have the football thing, the predictions that we do every week, and we build the overall standings. Mm-hmm. And so Timmy is ahead of me by 3 games, and there are 3 games left. So all I have to do is pick opposite of him and hope for 3 underdog victories. and then I can tie him.
Then you can tie him.
He's basically clinched. Clinched. Almost.
Ooh, do we have Nurse Rebecca back? Do you see her down there?
I've never logged in.
Oh, you're just kind of
with this on the phone before, so I don't. There she goes.
There she goes. There's Nurse Rebecca.
Popping.
She's coming back. Said she's having a little bit of connection issues with what's going, maybe a lot too many people on. And again, Tim, I'm sorry that I'm picking on you, Tim, but that kind of seems to be the way to go. Oh, she's off again. So anyway, I'm doing horrible in our overall in the season, which is probably expected.
Well, nobody's doing a horrible. I think Kyle's in last place.
He was last year too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
This
well, that's that kind of par for the course.
Yeah.
Message incoming. I'm back, but I can't see you. And she was back. It must have been when she came back, and
maybe she saw my ugly face and was like, "Who the hell is this?"
Did Faraci scare you? He's not.
Maybe.
Believe me, he's human. Number one, he is a Mets fan, and that's okay because I like the Mets way better than the Yankees. Thank you. I'm just pounding Timmy tonight. I don't know.
I feel something's going on right now.
No, it's not. And listen, Timmy's correct with this. Let's give Timmy a plug. Wi-Fi sucks balls.
Yeah. Oh, and up by you, what you guys probably have 2G still going, huh?
We're like extended dial up here. It's no, we actually have some pretty decent internet up here. We got I don't know what the ups and downs are of it, like whatever up and whatever down, but it's pretty. I mean, I never really fade out up here, so
it did pretty good for you up there.
It's pretty good there. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Who's here?
Is that her?
That's me. I'm back.
It's you, Rebecca. Why don't you meet the boss while you're here? This is Steve Faraci.
Hey.
Hi, Steve.
Steve is the boss.
Thanks for coming on. We definitely appreciate all that you do as a nurse. My wife used to be an emergency room nurse on several different floors. And of course, when you're a nurse, all your close friends are nurses. So
yeah.
it's kind of like all in the family, but definitely appreciate having you on and talking through some of this rough stuff before you get to some fun things with Mrs. Ant here.
Yeah, sounds good.
All righty.
Cool. Steve, thank you for coming on.
I'm going to be watching.
Thank you very much, boss.
Be nice, Eric.
I will, on my best behavior. Cross my heart. Where's my heart? Right here.
You chose the right side. That's good.
I get lucky once in a while, and it's just a miracle that I got that. But Rebecca, thanks for coming back. And listen, like Steve said, listen, we have so many troubles all the time on all of our shows. People popping in and out with connection issue with anything. So listen, it is absolute, and it adds to the camaraderie. It adds to the atmosphere. So I mean, you probably just boosted us about 1,000%. So that was awesome. That was really awesome.
Good.
I apologize for the soliloquy that I had to go on doing. I think that's why Steve jumped on. He's like, Jesus Christ, will this guy shut up? But anyway, Rebecca, you're here and you're back. I think I asked you the difference between, now, like I said, a lot of people, you hear nurse. Okay. Now there are different levels or thing, you know what I'm talking about, nurses. There's like this nurse, that nurse. You're a registered nurse.
Correct.
Now tell us what the difference between a registered nurse and say a nurse is. It like what's below that? Like
so usually what people get confused is registered nurse versus LPN, and that's just the licensing.
Oh, okay.
So a licensed practical nurse is different than an RN, mostly just because of assessment reasons. We're able to do more We're able to do the assessment of a patient, and they are not.
Oh, wow. Okay. That makes sense. Now you've always now being a registered nurse and you're an actual ER nurse. Now that's heavy. Now that's where, like, I would say 90% of the action is. And is that something you like? The fast pace, the in and out, something new every time. Is that what appealed to you maybe a little bit to becoming a nurse?
Yeah, I'm definitely an adrenaline junkie. My friends
Oh,
would call me that, I'm sure. But I like the fast pace of working in an ER. I've been working in an ER since I was 18. I actually started as a tech before
oh,
I
wow.
became a nurse. Mhm.
Wow. So you've been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, it's been
Wow.
a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while. You know, you have some hellos and highs here, so let's I think you might know this person. Somebody's saying hey girl to you.
Sarah.
Yeah,
Sarah,
Sarah.
you like my mom hair today?
We got some other hellos. We got Jasmine saying hello, Jasmine.
Hello.
While you were having your issues, I was picking on my tag team partner and co-host Tim, and Tim, probably you're going to agree with this assessment: is Wi-Fi sucks balls. It really does. It really does.
I definitely was told to turn my Wi-Fi off and just use the phone.
Use the phone. Okay, that's a good idea because if you got good phone connectivity, good service, a lot of times it outdoes the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So that's a good call. You must have dialed in your tech support, aka one of your kids, right?
Actually, fiance, he's my tech geek at the house.
He's
so.
your techie. Good.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So you're an ER nurse now. You know we've been in this awful pandemic for almost a year now. As a nurse, I can't even imagine how the flow of your job changed. I mean, I know that you're used to treating patients with all sorts of different things, but this had to be like, as you started seeing these things flow in, this had to be something. I mean, to me, it would blow my mind. Were you somewhere along like that when this first started to happen?
Yeah, so ER nursing in general is a challenging job. I think it's always been hard. It's even been hard for me, even being in it since I was 18.
Absolutely.
And it gets harder every day. And I mean, if you're not learning something new, then there's really no sense of being in it. But as far as the challenge that this pandemic has put on, it's definitely made it a lot harder to be a nurse.
Wow. I just, because it's like, and, you hear things about people going to the ER, I got the cough, I got the fever, I got this. Does that, I mean, I'm sure in the beginning, a lot of it was like, well, geez, is it that, or is it just a cold, or did they got strep throat? But like, nowadays, or when someone comes in with those specific symptoms, are you guys like automatically in tune, like, oh my God, this guy's got COVID or this woman has COVID? Is that ingrained now a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we have to suspect that they do with those symptoms right away. So it's something you jump right towards. And it could be anything, but you always have to take those precautions just in case it is COVID.
Right. It's almost like eliminate that first or diagnose that first so okay, here's what we're dealing with. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm a little smart. It comes out a little bit once in a while.
Sounds like you got some nurses in the family there.
You know what? There might be one or two. Actually, I think three. But Rebecca, now let's go back to like, okay, so we've been having a hard time with this pandemic here the last couple months again in our area specifically. Let's go back to like April, May. Now, what was that like back then? I mean, the atmosphere, like as far as the unknown, and you guys didn't, for lack of a better term, understand it, or even like, what do we do to treat this? Was that like, were you? I mean, as a nurse, you got to have that courage anyway. You got to have that fortitude to just be like, it doesn't matter what's going on. I got to make this person better. But, inside, like for you, was it as scary as it was for like us civilians who are just, out and about in the world?
Yeah. So in April, May, our numbers actually went down in a lot of ERs across the country.
Really?
We didn't have as many people coming in because they were staying home. And yes, the virus was scary at the beginning. It still is scary. But
Absolutely.
the part that scared me the most were the people that were sick all the time in the ER were no longer there. So they were even scared to come in. So what made me nervous is those people were just getting more sick. They're not coming in for their regular doctor's visits or coming in for their ER care or transfusions. And so I think that was the scariest part out of all of it for me is where are all the sick people that are usually here?
Yeah. Yeah. And you start to worry like, oh my God, like, this person is like severely diabetic, or this one, like you said, has kidney failure, and, this one, I guess being where you are, you get used to seeing, I mean, I don't want to say familiar faces because that sounds kind of crude, but you do, and you get to know people, and you develop, for lack of a better term, an intimate relationship, like at a small level with these people, because I guess, I'll give you an example. The people that I'm a grocery store guy, and I see a lot of the same people all the time, and you developed a little bit of an intimate relationship with them. Like, hey, Mrs. Smith, hey, you're going to get your pork chop, is it kind of like that? Like, you get used to seeing them, and you almost care a little bit, like, oh, okay, you're doing this. I see you now. And it's like, oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You definitely build a rapport with your patients, especially the frequent flyers, as we call them.
Frequent flyers. Yeah, I've heard that one before. The there's a little nurse lingo that I've been attuned to here lately with Sarah and with Nadia too. Well, Nadia, as you notice, like Nadia, she's my absolute favorite girl in the world. She really is, but she is so hard to get back. Like, I message her, and like 3 months later, she'll be like, "Oh, hey," like like it never even like happened. So, Rebecca, while we're talking about this this ER rapport, we're talking about the good patients. We're talking about the people that you made a very good point about when the pandemic hit and the COVID hit. You didn't get to see a lot of the people that you did, and you worried about them. Now, let's flip the coin like this. There's probably sometimes you get a patient or two in there that tries your nerves just a little bit, right? Am I wrong?
Those are my favorite patients.
They're your favorite patients. So I think right now, Becca, we're gonna pull out a game we're gonna call Nurse True or False. How do you feel about that? You want to play this?
Sure, let's do it.
We're gonna play Nurse True or False. Now I got a slew of scenarios here, and I'm gonna ask you, and you're gonna give me the true or false, and we're gonna get to the bottom of all this. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Well, Rebecca, true or false? Nurses take bets on what patients' lab values are going to come back. For example, alcohol or whatever levels. True or false?
True.
That's true?
Yes.
That's true. Wow. Now, on the I guess we'll go on to the betting line. How often do your guesses come true?
I think it depends on which hospital I'm working at, because this is another thing that I've noticed as a traveling nurse the last 5 years is different communities have different sicknesses.
Oh, really?
That are very frequent. So in one hospital, you might see a lot of alcoholism.
Okay.
And then the next, there might be a lot of diabetes. And the next, a lot of gunshot wounds and things like that. So I guess, yeah, accurately enough, I can guess it pretty good, only because I've had some great senior nurses that have taught me a lot.
Oh, cool. I bet they're like a fountain of information. That's got to be really neat.
Yeah.
That's got to be really neat. What do you now, off just for my own curiosity, what's the highest alcohol level you've encountered?
Ooh, probably a 0.45.
Is that high?
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. So this person was like that's straight grain alcohol, probably vodka, right? Just.
Oh yeah, I think I'd be dead if that was me.
Wow. I mean, that's like Andre the Giant level. I mean, like I think he would probably pass out before he.
I'm sure there's been much higher though. I'm sure.
Oh, there probably has, but for the sake of what we're doing, we're going to pretend you're the highest. So, Rebecca, true or false? Saying the Q word will make a nurse your enemy.
False.
False. Tell us why.
I think that is just like an old school thing. The key word is quiet, by the way.
It's
And
quiet. Okay.
a lot of nurses are very superficial or superstitious about
Superstitious.
the word, superstitious about a lot of things. But I'm not like that at all. So I'm going to say that's false for me. Other nurses, it might be true.
It might be true. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Now, true or false, Rebecca? I'm putting you on the spot. This is a serious one. I mean, this one.
I'm ready for it.
This is. Are you ready? You braced?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You already know it's not going to be, but I mean, it's. Does the full moon affect how work is going to go?
Oh, true.
That's true.
That's very true.
Wow. So you see a lot of like crazy shit, like when the moon's full and everything.
Yes.
Wow. Have you ever seen a werewolf?
No, I haven't. Wish I had.
Seen a werewolf yet?
No, I have not.
Damn it.
On Halloween, on a Halloween, a couple times.
Oh, really?
And the ER gets a little crazy during Halloween.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Oh my God, that's great. That's great. So the full moon definitely affects everything. That's just yeah, that title change, I think, I don't know.
And
maybe.
Storms too. Something with storms and strokes that happens a lot too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You think it's the pressure
Yep, I do.
It definitely is, because I get like those migraines where you see like kaleidoscopes when the weather changes, like if it's going cold to warm or warm to cold, like you see those like swirly things and you're like, oh wow, Pink Floyd, and then next thing you know, you're throwing up. That's great. Well, Rebecca, true or false? Nurses developed the ability over time to do the look test. Is that true or false?
True.
That's true. Explain that one. Explain that one.
You can just tell by somebody walking into the triage room whether they're sick or not, and that's what the look test is.
That's the look test.
The look test is just telling who's the sickest by just looking at them. So it's true.
That's so great. That's so great. I love it. I love it. And by the way, your contemporary, Sarah, wants to know what your favorite Halloween costume you've seen a patient come in wearing.
Oh, gosh. My favorite one?
That's got to be, I mean, you're probably, yeah, I was going to say, you're probably picking through like,
I don't even know, Sarah. I've seen so many good ones, but I think my favorite ones are the clowns, though, because when they come in drunk, all of their makeup just washes down their face.
It's all smeared, and it's.
So I think those are my favorite ones to see.
That's great. A clown. It's got to be. Now, how like sad of an irony is it? Like a clown comes in, like imagine like a clown got like hit by a car, or like like a clown was like juggling and got hit in the eye and like his eye got like poked out. I mean, how bad is that? Like that's got to be like, you guys got to be looking at each other like, really, this clown's here? Like,
yeah, I don't think that's ever happened, but well, at least not for me, but I'm sure there's many stories about that.
I wish it happened. I wish it was true.
Yeah,
let's wish for it tonight. Let's wish for it tonight. Let's wish for a clown to screw up juggling and hurt himself. No, let's not. Well, if it happens, it's not our fault.
We never wish that you're sick. We just wish that we're there. That's what I always say.
Hey, that's ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Now, not a true or false question, but just something out of general curiosity. Is there a body fluid that you haven't had all over you, or at least on you? I mean, you guys must have had everything from snot to earwax to eye crust, and
I've never had semen on me as far as at work.
That's good to know.
Not at work.
Not at work. It's never happened at work. So we're gonna make sure that was heard. That was never at work. So we'll see. Okay. Well,
I mean, you asked.
And I wanted the answer, and I think everybody did too. Now we know. Just to make you feel better, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But how about this one? How about this, true or false? True or false? Telling your nurse that your aunt, your sister, or your uncle, or your mother, or your third cousin is also a nurse, and that's going to be very helpful in progressing your treatment. True or false?
Wait, ask that question again.
So, like, if I came in and I said, and I snapped my arm in 7 places, and I'm hanging there, like, whatever. You just give me a shot of morphine, and I'm on like cloud 18, and I'm like, oh, my niece is a nurse, yeah. Oh yeah, just like you, like getting all whatever, and like you're just probably thinking, is that going to get me help more? Or does that downplay your role a little bit?
I wouldn't say it downplays my role, but I would definitely say that doesn't really affect my care. So
that's
false.
not gonna speed me into like, that's not gonna get me faster.
No, false.
Help. False. False. That's false. That's not happening. The wow. I imagine that, and you got to forgive people to a point, I guess, because I'm sure they don't mean the way it comes across a lot. Some people are probably trying to just make conversation because they're nervous, I imagine. But a lot of times you got that prick that's like, I had 2 ex-girlfriends that were nurses. So that probably puts you like already like, well, I hope this guy trips and falls on a fork. I mean, am I right? Or is that
false?
False? No?
I don't ever wish that.
You don't ever wish that? Did I take that too far?
You can talk to Sarah. I'm probably the most compassionate ER nurse. There's a lot of hardcore ER nurses that might wish that, but I tend to stay on the good side of the ER.
You want to stay. You want to be like, you want to. You're even keeled. You kind of want everything kind of flow nicely. No big hills.
I like organized chaos, is what I always say.
Interesting. Organized chaos. I can get down on that term. Organized chaos. Boss, if you're taking notes, my show is nothing but organized chaos. Thank you. So I have another true or false. This may or may not be the last one. No, it's not the last one, actually. I can't count. So true or false, Rebecca? Nurses will give the name of a coworker they dislike to a confused or elderly patient to scream. Is that true?
Yes, I've seen that happen before. True.
That is true?
Yeah.
Boy, look at all these. Oh my gosh, we're like behind. We're not behind the scenes. We're way behind the scenes. We're getting all the. Boy, I'm destroying your guys' lore here. This is terrible, but it's great. It's great at the same time. Well, explain to me something though. What is a work wife or a work husband?
Ooh, a work wife and a work husband is always good to have. There's even work moms and work dads.
There's work mom and work dads?
Yeah, it's just someone to look out for you, make sure. Okay, work husband and work wife are usually the ones that feed each other.
Okay. And the mom and dads don't?
Mom and dad will sometimes, but usually the mom and dad are just watching out for you.
Just watching out for you. Okay. So they're kind of like overseeing, like they're like, okay, she's doing good. But the other one, the work wife or husband, you're kind of like a team. Like you kind of like, okay.
Work well together, have lunches together, that kind of thing.
Sweet. Got the same kind of thing going. Like, you could tell them anything and they kind of like know your steps and.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Very savvy. Cool. That was nurse true or false. That was fun. I'll tell you, I got answers to things and I didn't even expect. Holy crap.
Good.
Yeah, that was good. So we've talked about a little bit, not to great length, but we talked a little bit about COVID-19. Now, you yourself have had COVID-19.
I have.
You have it. You're recovering from it now.
I'm still recovering.
You're
Yeah.
still recovering. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I want to know, just there's so much bullshit that people like to. It's like, in the beginning you had the people that were like, oh my God, I don't know anybody that has it, so it can't be real, and oh, it's just a flu, and oh, it's just a bad cold. And while I'm sure that there are people, I mean, it affects everybody differently, number one, and number two, it's very ignorant to automatically assume something, A, that you don't know much about, and B, I mean, to have that kind of outlook on something where you see every day people dying. I mean, there it is right there. Like, how many dead? You know what I mean? But you have the people that are like, I guess there's the term COVID deniers, and I'll be honest with you, I've even talked to people that have had it that still maintain that position. How does that make a person like you feel, who has seen the absolute, probably the horrors that none of us can imagine, and now been through it yourself? What does that make you feel like, that the people that are like that?
So I can tell you at the beginning that I kind of still had that same mindset. We didn't see it a lot, this area. And like I said, in April and May, our numbers were down because people were staying home. So I can tell you I did have that nonchalant attitude of, COVID, whatever, it's a virus, we'll get over it.
Yeah.
And I don't always believe the media. So even though I was seeing the deaths on TV, I was like, they're probably making it up. Until our numbers started going up here, and then my immediate family started getting it, and then I got it. And that, it's way different than the flu. It's way different than having a cold. I called it the plague. I still, like, it affects you even after it's gone from your system. I still have headaches from it and dizziness when I'm standing up. Yeah, so, and I know I still don't have my smell. I don't have my sense of smell back. And I guess that could take up to 6 months to come back.
You got to be kidding me.
I just got my taste back probably a week ago.
Oh my God, Rebecca. All in the line of duty. I'm assuming that you came into contact with someone at work, more than likely, or?
Yeah, I can actually tell, like, I know when I got it.
When you got, okay.
I had a patient that was, I'm pretty sure this is when it happened. I had a patient that was almost falling out of bed, and he was ringing his bell, and I didn't have enough time to put all of my stuff on. Talking like PPE, like your mask and everything. I was actually clocking out of work.
Wow.
And he was fumbling to get something out of bed, and I just unzipped everything and walked into his room because I didn't want him to fall and get hurt.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I took that risk of going in there, and probably 3-4 days later I had it.
Oh my God, Rebecca, wow. That's a testament of I got nothing. I'm speechless on that. That is an act of bravery like none other. You just basically put yourself aside, everything. Just, you didn't want this guy to fall out of bed. I mean, my God, it doesn't come courage, bravery, and shit like that doesn't come that's the defining term of that. Oh my God. I'm blown away by that, Rebecca. I'm blown away by that. Wow.
Yep. And then probably within days at my house, it spread throughout my whole house, and we all had it.
Really? Little ones, big ones, everybody?
Yep, everyone got it.
Oh my gosh. But thankfully, everybody got over it.
Yes, we're all doing great now. Yes.
You're all doing great now.
Mm-hmm.
And while you don't have a sense of smell, you do have a sense of taste.
Yes.
Is that weird? Is that weird, being able to taste and not smell?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that.
It was the worst to not be able to smell and eat. Like, to be able to taste and smell things, that was the worst symptom I think I had. I mean, the aches and pains sucked, and the fever, but not being able to taste my food and smell my food was awful.
I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine that. It's
well,
like,
I was also reading an article, and that kind of, the prolonging of not having your senses like that can lead down the road to severe depression.
Oh no.
So they're starting to do studies of that, and
My God. And that's another thing I was going to bring up is, aside from the sickness itself, aside from the virus that makes your body sick, there's so many more components to this whole goddamn thing that a lot of people, I think, don't realize. You have the isolation of say during the lockdown or when everyone was staying home. That creates a depression. You have a lot of people weren't having a lot of interaction with other people, only maybe through this or maybe through actually people were, remember talking on the phone. People actually probably had to do that. There's so many different things that this is just domino affected everything. And, people just think, oh, just this, whatever. But I mean, it's the economy. It's your life. It's your social life. It's your work life. It's everything. And, it's just so awful and like you just said, you brought that up. I'm glad you did, because I had no idea that, but that's just another, here's one more thing to add to the pile now that, and I can see that because that's frustrating. Am I right or wrong?
Oh, yes. Very frustrating.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I guess popsicles don't smell, but like if I have like a blue popsicle, I'm like, oh, here comes the blue raspberry, and I'm eating it, but you kind of smell it and everything, but wow, that's bizarre. That's really weird. Rebecca,
yeah.
Let's lighten things up a little bit.
Let's do it.
Tell us a little bit about what you like to do when you're not at work. What are your extracurricular activities? What do you do that makes Rebecca happy? What does Rebecca like to do?
I spend a lot of time with my kids, and when I'm home, just because I work a lot, so I don't get to see them, and I just try to create memories, simple things like going outside, taking walks, going to the park.
Wow.
Also read a lot. Mostly because in nursing school, I only read to learn things, and now I like to read for pleasure. So I'm a big reader.
Cool.
And I drink a lot of wine.
You drink a lot of wine. Well, I know that you're going to fit right in with all the guys at Pop Culture Pros because, they may or may not partake in a little drink or two while they're, while we're doing our stuff. I don't drink while I'm on the show. I don't drink much. I used to. I still do. But I used to too. Get it? No?
Yes,
oh.
I got it.
But Steve likes to sip his whiskey, and Bert and David. We pick on this guy Dave because he likes White Claw, and we just think White Claw is a sissy drink. And I mean, maybe it's not. It's probably pretty strong, but I mean, we just think it's a sissy drink. So we like to break his balls on that. As far as pop culture, so we're a pop culture site where we have sports shows, we have movie reviews, we have Kyle and Jader review movies on their show and talk about TV shows. David and Align, they have a 4-quarter show where they break a specific, it could be a basketball game, it could be a movie, it could be a TV show. Tim and I do a wrestling show aside from this bullshit show that I do. So we're a pop culture thing. Are there any TV shows or movies or anything that you like? Even it could even pertain to like healthcare or anything like that. Is there anything you particularly like or don't?
So I actually just started watching TV recently, just because there's nothing else to do when you're quarantined. Probably in the last year, I've watched the most TV and movies out of my entire life.
Cool.
So I've been rewatching all the Marvel movies, which I enjoy, and I just started this new show on Netflix called Designated Survivor.
Whoa.
Which is a political show.
Political show. Sounds heavy.
It is, but it's nice. I never really got into politics before, so it kind of like explains their roles as political leaders. So it's enjoyable. It's very intense.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So you're into it, and you like the Netflix.
Yeah, I'm a Netflixer. Mm-hmm.
Cool. A lot of guys here on the Pop Culture, they review a lot of the Netflix. Oh my gosh! And Steve Faraci's been paying attention. He's like, pertaining to your rescue story that ended up you getting COVID. That's the first time Eric's been semi-speechless, which is true. because I'm a veritable windbag. I never shut the hell up about anything, and I do, but I don't. But I got the gift of gab, so I got to use it, right? I mean, if I shut up, I'm done. Eric's silent. What's going on? Well, I don't know. So anyway, Designated Survivor. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else? Like, did you see a movie or two this year that you liked?
Well, I've watched all the Marvel movies, from going way back, like right at the beginning of the Marvel movies. And then what did we just watch recently? I think that's pretty much it. So I'm all caught up on my Marvels, and I am just into the Designated Survivor right now.
You're into that right now. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is there do you have like a favorite actor or a favorite actress or anything like that?
Oh gosh, no. I told you I just got back into the movie thing.
You just got back into the movies, so you haven't.
And I'd still rather choose a book any day.
You'd rather sit in a book, so we would more likely find you at Barnes and Noble than like at Best Buy or something like that.
Correct. Yes.
And I don't even think Best Buy sells movies. That just happened to come out funny that it didn't even mean to. So
I don't think Best Buy sells anything anymore. Actually,
they don't. They're closed.
No, their stocks are down.
Their stocks are down.
Are gone.
Wow.
They have nothing. You can't even buy a game system right now anywhere, unless you pre-order it.
I knew a guy that had like 5 of them, and he was trying to get rid of. I mean, we won't talk about that on the air, but if you just saying, I know a guy. Anyway, Rebecca, there's a tradition we have here on the A2Z program.
Oh no, I'm scared.
We have a game that we like to play here, and this is the most inopportune time to play it, but we're going to play it anyway. So here at the program, I have a bag here. Okay, this bag is called the douche bag. Okay, now how this game works, should you choose to accept it, and I'm kind of accepting it for you, is that I have a list of names, and I pull names out of here. I have a whole in this bag. I have names, so I have all these names, and I'm going to show you a name. Okay, and if they're cool, they're cool, and you can say a little quip about them if you want. But if they're not cool, and you want to dick them, we'll throw them in the douche bag. How do you like that? That's
good.
fun, right? This sounds pretty good. Well, let's get it started then. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's make it official. Let's make it look like I know what I'm doing here on the show. Let's put a cool banner up, okay? And it even says the douche bag, and it's right over me, so that's perfect. So here we go. I know. I'm sorry. It's a gift. So here we go. Rebecca, Bruce Springsteen.
Wait, I say if I like them or if I want them in the douche bag?
Okay, well, if they're cool, we don't douche them. Well, I'll just set them aside. But if they're a douche, we're throwing them in the douche bag.
Set them aside.
Set them aside. Bruce is cool?
Yeah.
Why is Bruce cool?
I don't know. I just think everyone's cool, so this game's gonna be super hard for me.
Game's not gonna be. Oh boy, we're gonna have one of these. That's okay. I'll get you to douche a couple people. Believe me, and we might have it right now. O.J. Simpson.
There were so many good parts of him, but
oh my God, he killed allegedly. Hold on,
allegedly killed.
Had something to do with killing his wife, so.
I'm gonna put him to the side.
You're giving OJ a pass?
I am.
Wow, that's awesome. I love it.
I can see the good in everyone, no matter what. I'm so horrible. I'm gonna be bad at this game. No one's gonna go in the douchebag.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna ask you to skew your views a little bit and just kind of live on the edge of okay and whatever. Like, I don't want to tell you to channel the dark side, but channel the dark side a little bit and let it out. This is your chance to just let it out. Let it out. Yeah, let it go.
Okay, I'll try.
If you can't douche OJ, I don't think there will be. That's what Steve writes.
I
Steve,
told you, I can't. I'm thinking as a nurse right now. They told me this is a nurse interview.
oh, well, it's a nurse interview, but you got to understand you're on the program. This is about having fun. So we want to hear we want to hear about the nurses and the nursing. Nurses, you're the only nurse here, singular. But we also want you to have fun, Rebecca. We want you to laugh. We want you to
All right.
step out of yourself. That's why
I'm gonna try hard.
you're going to try hard. Good. So I'm going to get a lot of people riled up with this one. Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr.
You can put him aside.
We can put him aside.
Mm-hmm.
DTJ's okay.
Yeah, I think he is.
Donald Trump Jr. does not go in the bag. But Tim wants Tim's going to get you. You got to put Osama bin Laden in the bag, right? If I pulled his name out, he's got to go in the bag.
He'll go in the bag, yeah.
He would go in the bag. So we got one douche. Good. Oh, I know this. I already know the answer to this one. I don't even know why I'm going to bring this one up. Beyonce.
Put her aside. I love Beyonce.
You love Beyonce. Okay. See, I was trying to trick you. I was, I'm being up. I'm probably going to assume this one's going to stay out too. Eminem.
I love Eminem.
You love Eminem. Damn it.
I do.
Damn it. What about my rival talk show host, Jimmy Fallon?
Ugh, I don't like Jimmy Fallon. Put him in the douchebag.
Oh yeah. Boom. Yes. Oh yes. Oh, Rebecca. Oh, this just got you just if you weren't the most awesome before, you're the most awesome now. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I made your night.
You made my night. With that, you made my night. How about a very controversial figure, especially for us, seeing that we live here? How about Andrew Cuomo?
Douchebag.
He is going in the douchebag. He's a douche.
That's one I don't even have to think about.
That's just a no-brainer. Boom, douche. See, I told you I was going to get you. I'm going to guess probably this one, but I want the natural reaction. How about Cardi B?
I love Cardi B.
You love Cardi B?
I actually went to Cardi B's concert.
And
I know you guys. Yes, I did. And I took my teenage daughter there, and there's a lot of people that hate me for that, but I don't care.
Why would they hate you for that?
If you actually met her, like, I've never met her in person, but just watching her, like, videos that she does, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, but just to her fans, they're very inspiring for children. And
really?
For girls. Yes. She doesn't always talk nasty and gross.
Yeah, that was a gimmick thing she did just to get. I mean, that didn't mean anything. Yeah. Believe me. That's cool. Wow, what a cool little story. See? Who knew?
Really funny about that concert, though, because so my daughter convinced me to take her, right? And it was in Syracuse. I think it was like 2 years ago. So I was watching all these parents that came with their teenage daughters, and they're like, oh my gosh, my daughter brought me to a strip club. No joke, because that's what it was like. It was like we were in a strip club.
Oh my God. And this was in Syracuse?
Yes. The faces on some of these parents, I was just like, oh, you poor mom and dad.
You should have been like, I'm going to check my mail. Get a shot of their face. That would have been cool to have a collage of like what would that be, like offended parents or whatever, outraged parents at a Cardi B concert. That would have been pretty cool. Yes. That would have been really cool. Ooh, I don't know about this one. Ryan Seacrest.
I don't like Ryan Seacrest. I don't like his personality. Put him in a douchebag.
We're douching him. Ryan Seacrest. Bye-bye. You're in the douchebag.
He just seems stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. He could eat some oatmeal or something, and I don't know, get a color in his face. I don't think that does that, but how about Joe Rogan? You know who Joe Rogan is?
I don't know who that is. No. Who is it?
Comedian, podcast dude. He's a cool guy. Well, you don't know who he is?
I feel like my fiance would play this game so much better than me. No, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll keep him out then. Just by
Okay.
proxy, we'll keep him out.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Now Faraci says Cuomo no douche, Cardi B no douche. My wife plays her all day. And Ryan Robertson, if that's your real name, my 15-year-old daughter saw Cardi B. So you guys got something in common there. Look at that. So you're not the only.
Not the
Oh, my
most
brother.
horrible mom in the world.
Well,
that
don't
actually
worry.
enjoyed it with her daughter.
My brother Mike, how great is this? My brother Mike says, I don't know who Ryan Seacrest is. Well, Mike, of course you don't. Okay, we're nobody's surprised at that. My God, Michael. No, it's my brother. I love him. Well, what do we? Oh, I told you. Bill Cosby.
He can go in the douche.
He's what a big time douche.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yep.
This is the guy that did Jell-O pudding.
Yeah.
And he did that? Oh, God. Super douche. He should get douched again. Wow. And who would have thought that, you know? Like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Rebecca. And this is a horrible impression. Bill Clinton.
Oh, I liked Bill Clinton.
I did too. I'm a fan. I like Bill.
We set him aside.
We'll set Bill. Bill's going in the safe zone. Bill, you're okay. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. That sounded more like Terry Funk than Bill Clinton, but
I thought it was. You did a good job.
oh, thank you. So, Jasmine Sekic said he is the biggest douche. You are not wrong, my friend. And of course, Steve Faraci, Cosby, mega douche. I think that we're getting it all around the table here. Ooh. Do you know who this is? Joel Osteen, mega church preacher, multi-millionaire.
Don't know.
Okay, so I guess by proxy he can go out. But Joel Osteen is one of those Sunday televangelists that has a permanent smile. And his teeth are like so white, they look like alabaster. You can almost see through them. And he's got those like $3,000 Brooks Brothers suits on. And, you know, he's got his perfect wife who's 3/4 plastic in the background. But he wants your money because Jesus says so.
Well, can you put him in the douchebag then, since you explained it to him?
No problem. Guess what, Joel? You suck. Bye-bye. No problem at all. I got no problem douching that. How about Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, I like her. Put her to the side.
Ellen's cool.
She's a good person.
She is a good person, right? Does she do it? She does a lot of cool stuff that a lot of people don't know about for charities and whatnot. She's fun. She dances. You know, she dances around.
She's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah.
She is a lot of fun to watch. Kind of like me. No, all right, whatever.
But yes, I think you're doing a great job. I'll try to tune in more.
Well, thank you. We all appreciate that. How about this one? Though? This is an odd one. How about the Dixie Chicks?
I love the Dixie Chicks.
You love the Dixie Chicks?
Yes,
Out of the bag. Out of the bag. Wow. Why do you like the Dixie Chicks? You like their music and stuff?
Yeah, I jammed out to their music when I was younger, so I could never put them in the douchebags.
Ah, nostalgia.
I don't know what they're doing nowadays, but
I don't either.
Yeah.
Would they be like the I don't know if they approach like the day they get their AARP card? Would they like be the Dixie retirees, not the Dixie Chicks? I don't know.
Maybe they changed their name. We're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, here we go. How about Dr. Fauci?
I don't know Dr. Fauci.
He is the wasn't he President Trump's was he? I don't know if he's the certain. Okay, look, I'm awful. I see this guy every day on the news, and he's the in charge. Somebody help me here. In charge of medicine, like he's the guy the go-to guy that everybody was talking to. The White House surgeon. Is he the Surgeon General? I don't know.
Oh, Dr. Fauci is the Surgeon General?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up here. But I know he's important.
Someone needs to look that up.
I know he's important. Aren't you? And they're just chicks now. Does anybody know what his actual title is? Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. He is a Surgeon General. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah saved us, Rebecca.
He's probably someone important that I'm supposed to know, but I don't.
I think it's awesome that you don't know who he is. I think that's even better. I'm into that. Oh, here we go. Here's a fun one. I wouldn't douche this guy, but I mean, you can do what you want. Johnny Depp.
Oh, I like Johnny Depp. Put him to the side.
Yeah, it's Captain Jack Sparrow. How can you douche him? Can't. It's not possible. Oh, we talked about him earlier. Andre the Giant.
Put him to the side.
Put him to the side just because it's Andre the Giant.
Just because it's a cool name.
It is a cool name. Do you know who this is? Do you know who Diane Sawyer is?
No.
She was a newscaster, I think, on ABC News. She had the nightly news on ABC for a while. Nice lady. She kind of dressed like a real estate agent, but she's all right.
I told you how I felt about the media, right? Yeah. I don't believe a damn thing on the media.
No, I can't disagree with that, but no, you're right. Oh boy, I really hope Steve Faraci's paying attention, because here's one I know that he's going to put in. Now this is an ongoing gag on the show. This guy's an actual good friend of ours, and we love him to death, but he's a douche. So okay. we're gonna. This is Jim Bunker. Now you don't have no idea who James Bunker is. You never heard the name in your life. But what say you, audience of the A2Z program? Do we douche Bunker or do we keep him out? And watch this. Watch the plethora. Ooh, that's a $5 word. Watch the plethora of people that are going to come. They're going to go. Andre the Giant is extra large, Mike says. That's pretty cool. Or Ryan Robertson said it. I don't think he has an official title. I think he already. There it is. I told you. Faraci already got on him. Bunker douche. Okay, for you, boss, he's going in the bag. And I will make note that was not Rebecca's doing. That was the boss. Just to save your face a little bit. So do you like Top Gun, Mission Impossible? Ever see them?
Mm-mm.
No? So you don't know who Tom Cruise is?
Oh, I love Tom Cruise.
You love Tom Cruise?
Yeah, he's very handsome. Put him to the side.
Top Gun? You don't know what Top Gun is?
I probably watched it when I was younger, but I was probably reading a book when it was happening.
Oh, well, we'll give you a pass because Tom Cruise is handsome.
Yeah, he is.
He is pretty handsome. He's from Syracuse, by the way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince.
Put him to the side.
We can't douche the Fresh Prince, can we?
We can't.
Oh, man, Will's the man. Will is the man. We can't do that to him. By the way, my pen broke while this was going on. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Half of it went flying like that way, and the other half is kind of laying here. Has nothing to do with the actual.
I probably have about 10,000 of those in my purse somewhere.
Broken pens?
No, just pens in general.
Oh, cool. Well, now I know where to go when I need to borrow one. How about our final name? Are you ready for the final name?
Yes.
I have.
Someone
I have my thought on what you're going to do, but you may throw a curveball.
All right.
So, if you do, I don't know. I don't know how I'm anticipating this. Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, not South Korea. North Korea.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Douche.
Oh boy, look at this. Hey Kim, you've been douched. Wow, that was the douchebag. So let's see. Now wait a minute. Now we have to recap. We have to see who we put into the douchebag. So, according to Miss or Mrs. Miss Rebecca. I keep calling you Becca because I work with Becca, and I apologize for that.
Okay. Everyone calls me Becca. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Rebecca douched Ryan Seacrest, Jimmy Fallon, thank God, Bill Cosby, Joel Osteen by proxy. Believe me, he's a douche. Bunker got douched by Faraci, but that's if you ever watch my show, he's always going to get douched. Supreme Leader got douche, which he is a mega douche, and Andrew Cuomo. We got like mixed reaction, half and half. Douche on him, but you know what? I don't care if you douche him because he can act like a douche. So cool. That was the douchebag. That was great. Rebecca, you did fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
You did fantastic at the douchebag. So, like, speaking of douchebags, running across, I mean, the ER is hectic. Like I said before, it's hectic and is like, it's kind of like a nonstop. Like you're running to stations. Like, is that how that goes? Like, give me. I'll tell you where I'm going with this. Give me a scenario. Like a guy comes in, you're treating him. Now, do you immediately have like 2 or 3 other patients you're treating at the same time? How does this work?
Yeah, usually. I mean, a nurse to patient ratio in an ER is supposed to be 4 to 1. But on busy days, you could sometimes take more than that.
Wow.
It just depends on how stable the patients are, really. But yeah, you could still have 2 or 3 other patients when a sick person comes in. Sometimes 4. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, why I want to know about why I'm keywording douche into this. I've said that like 100 times tonight. I hope people like
that's your favorite word.
No, my favorite word is. I don't know if I have a favorite word. That's a good one. We'll have to do a show on that. Who's actually like I've always wondered this. Who is your boss? Like, who is your superior? Who do you take orders from? Like when you're a nurse. Is there like a boss nurse?
Oh, well, there's a charge nurse always, but
nurse.
And mostly we all work together because we all have the same goal. We want the patients out of our ER.
Okay.
Stabilized and out of our ER. But I mean, as far as following orders, the doctors put in the orders and we follow them. But I mean, we still have managers and we still have charge nurses and we still have supervisors. So.
Holy shit. So you got a lot of people that are coming at you at once, not, withstanding doing the job that you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow. Does that bother you?
No.
Of course it doesn't. You're so passive. It just probably doesn't even affect you. So I was gonna get into it. Have you ever worked with someone above you, a superior who was a giant dick? Like is that? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Now, do they exhibit a level of doucheism that surpasses like a normal idiot just because of the position they're in? Do you feel that, like, because of who they are, they're that much more of an asshole, or no?
Yeah, like robot douches. Like robots. They don't have a soul.
I love it. Oh my God. They don't have a soul. So they're just like these blank, like empty creatures that just kind of walk around. I've seen, you know what? I can see that because there have been some healthcare professionals that I've encountered in my illustrious injury-ridden life that, look very empty when you look into their eyes, man. It's like, it's like, hello, is anything there?
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. I've had I knew a librarian like that once. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I didn't know a librarian like that. I'm just kidding. I don't think a librarian would have to have a soul, right? Because they're so, into reading and books. Like they're like the soulful. Am I right?
I don't know. I've never met a librarian and got to know her personality. They seem like robots.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Oh, Rebecca, this has been a fun interview. Have you been having fun or what?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you did nothing you expected, right? You probably thought I was going to be like Charles Rose or somebody like that, Charlie Rose, or like who's that guy, Wolf Blitzer, just being like, well, how do we get through this? You didn't think you were going to have this much fun.
Actually, I was a
what?
little nervous about the intensity of this.
You were a little nervous?
Just a little, because I was like, I don't really know how this is going to go.
Oh, yeah, no, this is totally like, this is what it's about. This is about entertainment, fun. But as I always say, you may learn a little something and you might get a little strength and hope from it. And you probably gave more strength and hope from that 5-minute story that you told about your experience, what you think was getting COVID. If people didn't get, feel the emotion in that like I did, I mean, then as we were talking before, they must be soulless, because that is one of the most remarkable things I've ever heard in my life. That is one of the most remarkable things I've ever heard in my life. You're dynamite for that. You really are. And you should be, you should realize that, because like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I could do something like that. I mean, probably I couldn't, because I'm not that kind of cut a person. Not that I would just watch somebody fall and like, like break their neck or something. Like, well, I might, but I don't think I would. But I don't have that fortitude that you have. I don't have that. As I've always said, I think it takes a special person to be a nurse. I think it takes a special person to work in that kind of environment, because like not all of us are cut out for that. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Because you said something to me when we were talking a day or two ago, that we talked about your future endeavors, and you told me you kind of summarized it, and you said that you can't see yourself doing anything else but this. Now that's a heavy statement too. That tells a lot about who you are. So you're always going to be in this somehow, either ER, nurse, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've left the ER, but I always come back.
Always come back.
So I think I'm just supposed to be there.
What was that? What was that? Sopranos, when they were mocking that movie thing. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. I don't know what movie they were quoting, because that was a TV show quoting a movie, and as all the guys will tell you, I'm the most horrible guy at watching TV shows and movies, and we're getting a lot of Becky. You got to see some of these comments here. Like, Sarah is in agreement with you with the metric bots. That's what she's calling and that got a giggle out of you. And Steve Faraci, nurse in charge. Ryan Robertson says nurse in charge. Ryan Robertson, is that your real name? Is that your real name? I think you're phony. I think this is the government trying to shut my show down. I don't. I know who it is. But I don't know, man. I don't know who you're thinking of. Sarah, give me a reference on what question that was, because, as always, I'm lost, and she knows her poor uncle. My mind is Sammy said, hello. Sam Titus, good friend of mine, good friend of the show. And, Steve Faraci got us with he corrected us. It's the Godfather that on the Sopranos that they're quoting with they pull me back in. I was going to have to ask your fiance, but he probably knew that.
Oh, he laughed as soon as you said it.
You knew what I was talking about? That's awesome. That is so awesome. So, Rebecca, what are your future plans here? Like, you're getting over this COVID that you got yourself. What is next for Rebecca? Where do you go after you get better? Where do we go from here?
So I start school in February. I'm getting my NP, nurse practitioner license in pediatrics.
Wow.
So I'll be going back to school in South Carolina. And then I will probably start traveling again. I really enjoy travel nursing.
I can see that'd be fun. I could dig that. I could dig on that.
I've done it for the past 5 years, and I feel like I get more out of travel nursing than I do just staying in one spot. So,
do you think you're built for travel? Do you feel, are you kind of one of those that, like, after a bit of sitting around, you kind of like, God, I gotta get up and go somewhere, like something like that? I have
no commitment.
Yeah. Oh, preach, sister, preach. I love it. That's how I am. That's why this goddamn pandemic has been so awful, because I can't go anywhere. I mean, I can. But, you got everybody like shaming you for
right.
Which I'm not. Hey, You know, guy in the chair doesn't judge. Guy in the chair doesn't judge. So, South Carolina, huh? That's where you're going to go to school?
Yep, the Medical University of South Carolina.
Wow, that sounds really important.
It does. That's why I had to say it out loud.
Well, I'm glad you did, because you know that's going to be a big step in your life, and that's going to obviously further your career and further your life, and it's just going to make you a better person. I mean, how can it not, right?
I really just want a ball cap that says "I love my cocks" on it. That's their football team.
I like that answer better. I like that answer so much better. I would actually wear that too. I'd wear a shirt like that. Like, let's go.
They have shirts too.
They do have shirts that say "I love my." What was it? I love my cocks. I love my cocks. Wow. Well, probably everybody once or twice in their life does. So that's pretty good. Oh, Rebecca. Listen, Rebecca, we're about out here. We've gone over an hour here, and this has been fantastic. See how quick that went by? It kind of like went whoof, whoof, done.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
I didn't realize that I was going to be showing my face, or else I would have done something with my mom hair.
You know what? I think the mom hair has gone over just fine.
Hold it off.
All of our fashion consultants are going to be very pleased with your choice. So I think you're going to do okay. So that's going to do it for the program. I want to thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It was my pleasure to hear some of your remarkable stories, and you know, I can see why Sarah recommended you. You're a wonderful person, man, and I appreciate what you're doing. And you know, on behalf of Pop Culture and of my show and my viewers, I just want to thank you for doing what you're doing. And God, for people like you, you know, it makes us feel safer. So again, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Do you have anything you'd like to say before we go?
Thank you for the kind words.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Do you want to say anything to anybody before we go? Anybody? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, everyone wear your masks and keep your distance.
Wiser words have never been spoken, I believe. Cool. So Rebecca, hang out. We're gonna sign off. Everybody, thank you for coming to the program. Thank you for being here. Thank you again to the lovely Rebecca. Thank you, everybody who interacted with us and dropped comments. We had a great time. We're going to be coming at you Saturday with another special show with another 2 ladies this time, not just one awesome lady. We're going to have 2 awesome ladies, and Rebecca probably knows who they are. And if some of you out there, amateur detectives, can probably figure it out, you'll know too. But this is our recognition to Nurses Week. That's the other clue. So I will see you again, not just tomorrow, but on the A2Z program. We'll see you on Saturday. So on behalf of Rebecca, I'm Eric Zand. We thank you for joining us on the A2Z program. Thank you, everyone, and good night.